Hey guys, Tyrip here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Ladoga, Karelia. Playing for today's spawning on the right, we have Stormjäger playing as OKW. And his loadout is Elite Armor. Luftwaffe Ground Forces and Grand Offensive. Next offensive on the left, playing as Soviets, we have a Gnome Man. And his loadout is Tank Hunters, Airborne Troops, and Armored Assault. So we see these Stern Pioneers trying to get aggressive here, but not having much success. Making quite a lot of damage, haven't done much in return, but maintaining control of these buildings. One move that's quite nice on this map is to like wire off this door so that the player coming from this side has trouble accessing their building. Same story over here. Or you could also, if you're playing from the right hand spawn, for instance, wire off this door so that as you come out here you can gain control of your building quite easily, but they can't harass it very easily. It's a pretty common tactic in the early game. I'm trying to send my engineers in there. But he did put some sandbags down on the fuel, and with the Fox Grenadier there, Gnome Man switches it up, goes to the north, has control of that at the moment, behind some sandbags himself. Two pioneers with a bit of a flank, maybe not quite a full flank, and in come conscripts from the other side. This is not going too well for Stormjäger here early on. Switches to the other side of the heavy cover there. In come some more Fox Grenadiers. Steel Pioneers going down fast here though. If he can force the retreat, he can close the distance with the conscripts, but he doesn't manage to. But he might have stayed in there and gone for it, but he pulls back. Meanwhile, we do have combat engineers making a dash for the cutoff over here. So maybe that's why he's a little bit more willing to concede his territory. It's going to be a 4 conscript build for Gnome Man. Stormjäger also going for 4 Fox Grenadiers, so pretty standard stuff so far. I actually think that this is like one of the best maps in 1v1 to go for a Kubelwagen on though. It's just like so big, especially getting these like far away points here. They're just like so, this point here and this point here, just so far away from the rest of the action. So a Kubel I find is pretty good on this map. Okay, we have conscripts coming in, getting a flank on these. Oh, coming in from every angle. Stormjäger got to get out of there. Completely outnumbered, should just retreat this straight away. Don't need to lose any more infantry models unnecessarily. And that's actually a 5th conscript for Gnome Man. Very unusual. Hasn't got healing yet though. It's one thing he's given up going for this many conscripts. Guy's making a dash for the fuel point but get intercepted and forced away. But Gnome Man has been struggling a little bit for fuel control so far. So he's off to a rough start. Getting down the mechanized, also has a med crate down. Whoa, Gnome Man going for a 6th conscript. Is this Lenny 12346 but playing the Korean name? I don't think I've seen anybody use 6 conscripts forever. It does have a few conscript oriented doctrines. In fact, all of his doctrines are. All of these are very common to use in playing conscripts. Okay, here comes a wave of OKW troops going straight at these cutoffs. It's completely overwhelming Gnome Man there. He's got to be careful here. He's got to bring in some supporting squads if he wants to be able to hold this back and fight from heavy cover. And he's just waiting back here, completely forgot about the rest of his army. Still not healing as well, very, very strange. Going to bleed so much manpower from all these low health squads without that healing. conscripts at the building, but this is just too much firepower. Could lose this. Late retreat. And down it goes. Did I say the ranks? Stormjäger around rank 120, by the way, and Gnome around rank 45 with Soviets. But it's not looking like a rank 45 game so far from Gnome. Looks like he's playing a bit of a muck around strategy. And pushing forwards. Uses the merge there to keep it on the field, but still just doesn't have enough firepower here to really force away these OKW troops. Concussive grenade in. Man on the defensive once again. Stormjäger going for the looks now.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Could do quite a lot of damage with that. Finally has healing up now. A little bit late, but could be worse. Oh boy, could lose this here on retreat. There's a little bit of negative cover right at the base exit here. Oh, he makes it home. Close call though, close call. No man really struggling for manpower. When you go for this many conscripts, it can be a big headache. You can't really afford to tick up. The best way to try and work this, I suppose, would be to go for like a rushed T-34 at this stage. But he's going to have a tough time against the looks. This is, once again, like, because it's such a large map, very hard to cover the map with anti-tank guns rotating from side to side. It's just way too tricky on this map, so I find it very dependent on like vehicle play.
Anti-tank rockets on the field.
We'll see how No Man gets on. And here comes the looks. Opens up on the conscripts. Doesn't have the anti-tank grenade package yet. Oh, and he locks into tank hunters. Does take a decent chunk of time to upgrade a conscript squad with the PTRS upgrade. I was playing quite a lot of tank hunters the other week. I found that to be a bit of an issue. Upgrading this one over here at the moment, but you can see that that weapon upgrade's pretty slow. So trying to get these reactively to the looks is actually a bit of a struggle. Requires a bit of foresight. But here we go, the looks coming in. PTRS pop. Get in there for some good damage. And there we go, looks forced off. And wow, he's going for rebuilding his conscript, going for another one. One issue with the PTRS conscripts is that they are hopeless, completely hopeless against infantry. Even fighting from behind heavy cover, they can't stop like anything charging in against you basically. So they are seriously neutered. No man, what is he doing? He's just going purely for conscripts. But yeah, you have to be careful. Try to maybe only upgrade like 2 conscripts maximum with the PTRSs. Otherwise, you won't have enough anti-infantry. I've tried a lot of different strategies with tank hunters, you know, going for snipers, going for penals, mixing it up, but generally I just feel it's not strong enough of a commander even for memeing around with, you know. It just ends up getting really frustrating. But it is sweet. You managed to land a AT grenade volley. It's extremely satisfying. Here comes a machine gun. PTRS is connecting with the looks, do some decent damage, and the Storm Pioneers did get forced off. Still only has one conscript upgrading with PTRSs at the moment though, so if it looks plays a mobile strategy, rotating from side to side, should be able to force a lot of retreats. At the moment it's just sitting there AFK though. And here we go, it's mobilizing, but it's just respect. It could be anti-tank grenades teched even with tank hunters. You know, you don't need AT grenades to use the anti-tank grenade assault and the PTRS upgrade squad. So often you skip past the anti-tank grenades, but are you going to bet the life of your light vehicle on that? Probably not. So it's taking a pretty safe but slow engagement against the squad in the house while this is going on. Doesn't have any meat crates back at base. A little bit of a error in munitions control, I would say. Some guys closing in, conscripts trying to hold the line, but they are getting slaughtered, and Gnome Man can barely hold on to his territory here. Looks like he has, you know, started going through the tech up stages. And wow, he's going for a T-70 12 minutes in. That is super, super late. But his map control hasn't been that strong. Been losing a lot of territory over the last like 3 or 4 minutes. Looks has just been giving it to him. So I can understand going for the T-70 if he did try to go for like the T-34 rush like I was suggesting. There's just no way he's going to make it without losing the game beforehand. Did also tick tier 2 as well, so can use machine guns. I did try going for like conscripts with maxims as well, but the issue is you don't inflict enough manpower bleed on your opponent. Just run to the maxim, retreat, and then all the while you're bleeding from your conscripts. Just doesn't end up going your way. Terrace is in the north, Looks heading to the south. T-70 also in the north, going for the chase down, looking for the wipe. These squads trying to close in for the Faust, but don't quite get there. Looks coming over now, so is the Raketin. T-70 doesn't chase in any further though, backing out, back into the north as well, avoiding the Faust. Could get the wipe here if he's lucky. No, misses that. Misses those 2 shots. Forces a retreat there, so Gnome Man getting some territory in the south while this is going. Raketin gets in position, and Stormjäger going for the Puma in reaction to the late T-70. Going to be a very late Puma, but if it kills the T-70, if it kills it quickly especially, then it's definitely worth it. But I think at this stage he probably could have just gone for the Schwer and tried to get a medium tank out. Double MGs in the south getting the pin there. Oh wow, he's using the T-70 on a low amount of health. Puma somewhat nearby. Gotta be careful here. Doesn't have any PTRS conscripts anywhere nearby. And here comes the Puma. This could be the end of Gnome Man's T-70. Puma connects first shot, but gets blocked by the wood and doesn't want to chase in any further. That's one thing about Ladoga Karelia as well. There's a lot of light cover, lots of places to hide your camouflage units and move them around in camouflage. So he does have to worry about camouflaged PTRS conscripts ambushing the Puma potentially. No, they can't move around in camouflage. Be stationary in it, so it's a little bit harder to get them in position for those kind of ambushes. Grenade in, conscripts late to dodge, very very late, could lose them. Stormjäger going for a big old blob here. And what is this, a mortar at this stage? Alright, I guess he wants to counter these double MG34s. Oh, nice mortar shell there. Does some good damage. Helps force the retreat. And yeah, there we go. Conscripts up there waiting for the ambush.
Heavy machine gun team prepared for combat.
And now a Maxim. Okay. Sentry grenade in. Conscripts out. MG34 on the south, forcing a retreat there. But Gnome has stabilized. He's got a decent chunk of the map under control finally. He's, you know, getting his tech going. Things are looking up. Take a look at the KD here. Pretty similar, especially considering, you know, he's playing Soviets. It's a pretty reasonable KD. Triggers there. Oh, tripwire as well. Stormjäger's troops in the north are weak. T70 freshly repaired, heading to the north for some combat. MG in the center. Mortar lining up a barrage on it. No, it's not. It's barraging in the north. Oh, here we go. Ambush time. AT grenade assault. Puma dead. T70 there, just needs an attack ground. Puma in the smoke. Goes down. Well executed ambush there by Gnome Man. Care of Puma, you know, that's what you have to be willing to do. Playing tank hunters. Oh boy. Oh, T70 caught up on the trees. 2 shots and main gun critted. Looks wants to go for the kill, but the conscripts are there. AT grenade assault. Triple Raketten shots in though. Wow. Conscripts need to come past the burning wreck through the smoke for the site. And there we go. Cleans up the looks. So overall I'd say that's a win for Gnome Man. 2 light vehicles to 1. Good trade for him there. He didn't get caught up on those trees. He might have even been able to get that T70 out of there. We have the Schwer up, so the man can't really come through here and harass here. But the mortar team does seem to be doing some pretty good work helping countering these machine guns. But yeah, those AT grenade assaults, I don't know if you guys are aware of how they work, but if the vehicle goes out of range, the ability gets cancelled. It does have slightly longer cast range than other anti-tank grenades. It does do a lot of damage. Well executed there by Gnome Man. Stormjäger getting way too reckless with the looks. Oh, could be a wipe here. Gnome Man, yeah. Oh, got the merge off last second, but he's getting shredded still. The terrorist squad's not contributing much damage here at all, and there we go. Does end up losing the flamer. Stormjäger chasing around the corner. Stormjäger 20 or so fuel away from medium tank, but Gnome Man got the T-34 already. Doesn't quite have enough munitions for the bombing run, but that could be a viable option. Go for the HQ kill here. Good timing for it, especially if he's got the flares. Couple shots from the Zis. Bombing run for the finish off. Can really punish a forward HQ with this commander. One of its highlights. Used to be able to do it as well with the ML20, but just about never see that after the nerfs. Can also plant light AT mines with the conscripts in this commander, but I often forget to do that. No man pushing forwards here, trying to get the kill on the HQ. Stormjäger hits the amount of fuel. For a medium. And given the way this game is going, probably needs to get it. I don't think he can afford to save for a Tiger. Squad down there to the T-34. Raketen chasing in recklessly into the middle. Could lose that now if he's a little bit unlucky. Fortunately, he's also charging in from an angle, but runs straight into the arc of the machine gun, gets suppressed. Stormjäger really struggling with his control right here. Everything's falling apart for him. Taking some bad engagements. But I guess he's feeling the pressure on his HQ. Starts the Panzer IV now, a little bit late. Could lose the HQ before this comes out. Keep coming back out now after retreating. 34 coming forwards. He has used quite a lot of munitions, so no bombing run coming in. And also Gnome no longer has any engineers, so no repairs for the T-34. But yes, Commander very, very medium in strength. Probably quite bad at, honestly. I was wondering if maybe like the tank under package could also repair tanks, if that would maybe put it over the top, make it useful. HQ nearly dead, but Panzer IV coming out. And no man quick to retreat here. Big wave of OKW troops coming forwards. Conscripts try to get in range for AT grenades, but they go down in the process. This is there though, doing some good damage. Terrorist is also there. T-34 coming back in. Raketen has pushed up a little bit, but not quite far enough. And that is going to be the end of the P4, maybe? No, gets decrewed just before gets off a finishing shot there. But overall, Stormjäger just throwing units into the center with a little strategy. And no man on this occasion had enough there to repel him. But yeah, a little bit of an error not bringing up the Raketen.
Well done, comrades. The point is ours.
So planting there. Okay, it's going to be the tripwire flare on this occasion, not the light AT mine.
It is finished.
Another T-34 coming out for Gnome man. HQ on its last legs here, nearly dead. But Stormjäger prioritizing repairs on his tanks over trying to repair this up. And he's going to get punished for it right here. No, this not on prioritized vehicles, takes a shot at the infantry instead of the HQ. Now he's running it forwards. Oh boy, what a huge mistake from a Gnome man there. Oh, machine gun into this building behind the Soviet forces. It's not going to last for long. Goes down in the building. Maxim gets decrewed here though. This could go poorly for Gnome man. This is decrewed. Bring in the second T-34 now. Is this reckless? Why did he try to go for a steal? It was never going to work. Oh, sorry. A lot of casualties on both sides, but Stormjäger in control of the team weapons at this stage. And Gnome man a little bit strapped for repairs. Oh, he goes for the steal on the Zis. T-34 pulls back. Oh, connects there. Just out of sight of this Raketin. Doing some good damage, but he's going to take a Faust here potentially. HQ did go down. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think it was to the mortar team. Oh, Raketin gets decrewed, so they might exchange anti-tank guns here. T-34 coming in on the rear of Panzer IV. Oh, connects. T-34 misses the return shot and connects for the kill. Is this pulling a little bit too far back, but T-34 bouncing its first shot. Might go for the ram here. He does. Activates the ram. Looks like it did not get a engine critical. Raketin stolen. And does not get the kill either. And no man throws in the towel with that. Well, interesting strategy from Gnome man. Nice to see a anti-tank ambush come off. Taking down some light vehicles with it, but a little bit sloppy from both players. Just kind of throwing units into the middle. Hoping things work out. And yeah, well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.